What if you played normal Stardew Valley, but every decision required a dice roll? In today's video, we do just that. This is my year in Stardew Valley D&D edition. Hello my friends, my name is Sapphire, and in today's video, we're playing normal Stardew Valley with a twist. Choosing our spouse requires a dice roll. Every conversation, bring out the D4. Everything to our farmer customization to the nitty-gritty of Stardew Valley itself is being decided solely by D&D dice. I first have to shout out my friend Ali Miller23 who thought of the idea first. The two of us then sat down in a Discord call and devised a long Google document that goes over every detail in Stardew Valley with the corresponding dice roll. And if you too want to play this version of Stardew Valley, I'll have a link to our Google document down below in the description box. Also, a quick disclaimer. For this video, I use the built-in Google D&D Dice app, but it's worth noting when you actually have to click on the individual dice to load it into the app, it displays a number. This is not my roll. I have to actually click the roll button first to roll my dice. I just wanted to clarify that here now, in case people were confused later when they see a random number on the screen and then I roll it again. But anyways, enough yapping, let's get to the video now. Well, first thing was first, setting up our farm and our character. But unlike in previous save files, our dice rolling decided everything for us. So starting off strong with the D8, I'll be rolling for our farm type. And I rolled a 3, meaning playing on the forest farm, which honestly is not bad at all. I'm quite happy with this outcome. But up next is the farmer customization, and to start this one, I'll be flipping a coin for heads or tails. Heads means the character is randomized, while tails means we can customize our own character. But I did not get so lucky with this, and I flipped a heads. So onto a D10 for our randomizing. If I roll a 1 through a 9, I'll have to randomize that many times, but if I get lucky with the D10, I get to randomize to my heart's content for as long as I want. For our playthrough though, I rolled a 5, and at this point I was a little nervous about the outcome of this character, but it ended up being actually super adorable. But anyways, on to our minds-related decisions, and for that we'll need the D20. Rolling an odd number means normal rewards, an even number means remixed rewards, and rolling a 7 or higher means monsters spawn on the farm. And I ended up rolling a 5, which means normal mines rewards and no monsters. But now for some fun stuff, and up first, choosing our pet, and for that, I'll need the D10 once again. I rolled an 8 here, which means this super cute puppy. Next up again was flipping a coin to determine if we're playing vanilla or modded Stardew Valley. And luckily I got tails, which meant using mods, but more on that later. Next up was determining our gameplay with the D20 once again. Any odd roll is a community center run, and an even is the Joja route. And I ended up rolling a 9 to get the community center route, but now again to roll for our bundles. An odd rolls normal bundles, an even rolls remix bundles, and rolling 11 or higher means a guaranteed year 1 completion. But unfortunately, I rolled a very low 4 remix bundles, but no guaranteed year 1 completion. Alright, and very lastly, yes I promise we're almost done here, and quite possibly the most important decision of them all, letting the dice choose our spouse. And on a D12, I rolled a 9, which meant marrying Maru, and hopefully Demetrius here won't mind. But anyways, with all of that out of the way, the last thing to do was choose a name for our farm, and I decided to call it Honeymead Farm, which I thought was very cute for our D&D challenge here. But with our settings chosen and character created, all I could do now was launch the game. Our first morning in Stardew Valley was like every other, clearing the farm, planting parsnips, chopping wood, and making chests. But this is where our dice rolls get a little bit interesting. Because with this challenge, Ali and I devised 12 randomized weekly tasks we must accomplish before the end of the week. So every Monday, I will roll a D12 3 times to receive my 3 randomized tasks. So for our first week in Stardew Valley, I rolled a 12, a 4, and an 8, meaning I'll have to catch 10 different fish, finish 3 help wanted quests, and give 3 light gifts to villagers. And as part of my modded experience, I downloaded this mod, the To-Do mod, to help me keep track of all of these weekly quests. Besides that bigger one, I didn't really add too many other mods to this playthrough except for a recoloring seasons mod. The following day, I stopped by the beach to receive my fishing rod from Willy. And since I had to catch 10 unique fish for my quest, I spent the entire day doing just that. By the evening, I had earned the Fisherman achievement, which speaks for itself. I caught 10 unique fish, so I crossed that off my list today. On our rainy day 3, I did more weekly quests, giving 3 light gifts to Linus, Evelyn, and George. Afterward, I did some more fishing again, where I also encountered my very first treasure chest, which activated our first dice roll of the challenge. Will I have enough skill to actually fish up this treasure or not? We'll use a d20 for this, and anything higher than 9 is considered a success. And luckily, I rolled exactly a 9 today, receiving some geodes. On day 4, I checked out the help wanted board for the very first time, but unfortunately, a quest was pending from Marnie, my #1 enemy in this game. Yeah, Farmer Sapphire and Marnie just don't get along. But I had a weekly goal to accomplish here, so I handed her the green algae begrudgingly. The following day, meanwhile, was very exciting. I harvested my first batch of parsnips, got the community center cutscene, and unlocked the mines today. And with it being a semi-good luck day, I went mining today, and so far, things were going well. Until hitting floor 6, an infested floor. For any infested floors, I'd have to roll a d20 combat check, with anything higher than 11 being a success. But if I roll lower than that, I must leave the mines immediately. And unfortunately today, I rolled a 10. The slimes were a bit too much for Farmer Sapphire today, only a novice in combat, so I retreated to safety. Meanwhile, on a rainy day 6, I had a new priority, meeting the wizard, learning the power of the Junimos, and unlocking our remix bundles. And so up first in the crafts room we had 2 new swaps, the Wild Medicine bundle and the Sticky bundle, one of my favorites. So after that was all squared away, I accepted my next bulletin board quest with Robin, delivered her 20 pieces of wood, then found a single leek, and finished the Spring Forage bundle, revealing our next 2 rooms. Up first in the pantry room we had 2 new swaps, the Rare Crops bundle and the Fish Farmers bundle, but the fish tank meanwhile had no new swaps. And honestly, for that, I was kind of grateful. The fish tank can have some pretty brutal swaps sometimes. To cap off our first full week in Stardew Valley, I finished my 3rd and final quest for Haley, delivering her a sardine, and in return receiving a prize ticket to get some carrot seeds. After that, I headed mining once again, where I then got the same infested floor, but this time I rolled a 15. It seems that Farmer Sapphire was a bit more confident in her combat skills, and she vanquished that entire infested floor. Anyways, after that, I hit floor 10, found a magnet ring from a barrel, and then barely, just barely made it to floor 20. Oh no, I'm gonna pass out, no! Oh, this is so sad, please, please, no. Oh, please, oh my god, please. Please, please. 50 minutes. Yes! Let's freaking go! It's worth it. I'll pass out, but it's worth it, you guys. Let's freaking go, gamers! A new week meant rolling for our new weekly quests, and this time I rolled an 8, a 2, another 2, okay, another 8, and finally, a 3. And this week, I'd have to give 3 liked gifts to villagers, give 3 hated gifts to villagers, and progress 10 floors in the mines. So I was definitely gonna make some friends and enemies this week. Anyways, with more good luck today, I headed mining once again. Until... No! Another infested floor! This is like the 3rd one on good luck days too, nonetheless. That is so freaking okay, I just have to roll high. I just have to roll high. Okay, let's just make sure we roll higher than a 10. Yes! Let's freaking go. Almost a nat 20, baby. Let's go. Okay. We're so back. We're so freaking back. Wait, double roll. Because special slime, okay. Well, I'm gonna have to kill this slime regardless to progress the floor, but do I keep the loot? I'll roll for this. Anything less than, let's say, an 8, and I won't keep the loot. Oh, hold on, hello, hold on, okay. Oh no, a 7! Okay, that's sad. So I can't keep the loot, but I will have to kill this guy just to, like, progress through the floor, obviously. What item do I not get to keep? Oh, it's sneakers. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Tough luck. Tough break for sure. I definitely would have wanted that, definitely. So yeah, as a small side note here, for any special slimes that I come across, I will have to do a D20 skill check to see if I actually kill and take its loot. And although I managed to vanquish the slime, the sneaker it dropped was just so smelly and stinky Farmer Sapphire could not bear to keep it. She was utterly repulsed and tossed it in the trash. Anyways, besides that today, I then hit floor 30, crossing off our first weekly task, so hooray! With rain on day 9, I did more fishing today, catching our very first catfish, and rolling for treasure today. Our first roll was a 13 to get some bait, and our second roll was a super high 18, but in return, I only got wood and stone, which I then tossed into the ocean. In the evening, meanwhile, I did a quest for Gus and chopped some wood. On day 10, meanwhile, I got a special surprise from Marnie, a dog for me to adopt, and for this event, I'll need a D10 to choose its name. Rolling a 1 through 9, I'll have to randomize that name that many times, but rolling a 10, I picked the name myself. 8! Oh my god, okay. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8! Waller! That's such a stupid name for a dog. Okay. Wallers, yeah. My baby. Anyways, after welcoming Bullers to the farm and picking carrots today, I set off mining once again. And despite the dreaded dark floors, I eventually powered through, hitting floor 40. The following day, meanwhile, with some copper bars obtained, I wanted to upgrade a tool, but unfortunately, the dice would choose for me. And with my trusty D6, I rolled a 2, which meant upgrading the hoe. Quite possibly the worst tool to upgrade in this game, but don't ask me. And so, because of this roll, I opted to not upgrade anything today, and I'll try again tomorrow. Anyways, in the afternoon, I gave 3 light gifts today to Caroline, Haley, and Penny. And I apparently gave a hated gift to Jody. Sorry, Jody, I honestly thought you'd like this daffodil, but apparently she didn't. And to finish off day 11, I caught an eel for the night fishing bundle. The following day, I re-rolled to upgrade a tool, and this time rolled a 6 for player's choice, so I picked the pickaxe to upgrade today. After that, I finished a quest for the wizard, found not just 1, but 2 dwarf scrolls, and gave 2 hated gifts to everyone's least favorite lovebirds, Marnie and Lewis. Day 13, meanwhile, marked our first festival, the good old-fashioned egg hunt. And for this festival, we do have a special dice roll today, whether we win or lose the egg hunt. With my D20, anything lower than a 4 is considered a failure, and I must lose the egg hunt. So with stakes like this, I was kind of scared. Oh, barely. Oh my god, I barely win the egg hunt. Okay, so the canon lore for rolling a 5 here is that I start the egg hunt, but I trip on my shoes, but I trip right into an egg, so I manage to grab that egg. But then as I'm running around, Abigail punches me in the face. And she's like, "Get out of my way, bitch, I want to win the egg hunt." And I'm like, "No, it must be me." So I have like blood running down my face because Abigail gave me a fucking bloody nose. See, here comes the punch. Here comes the punch. She's like, "Bah!" But it's okay because I persevere because I have determination in me to win the egg hunt. And so I'm running around. I'm trying to win all the eggs. I'm trying to catch them all. And I don't even get that many because, you know, I tripped on my shoelaces. I got like a bloody knee. My knee's all scraped up, from the punch. Abigail punches me in the face. But it's okay. I still managed to get 10 eggs. Is it gonna be enough? I think it's gonna be enough. I guess we'll see. Yay! And I do win. But just barely. After picking cauliflower today, I finished the Spring Crops bundle, revealing our next room, the boiler room, with one new swap, the Treasure Hunter bundle. And so, with my brand new pickaxe, I headed mining once again. But while heading over to the mines, I ran into Maru today. Do you have fun working on the farm, yes or no? I'm gonna have to roll here. I have to roll for any NPC interactions, so I hope I don't piss off Maru right now. Okay, heads we say yes, tails we say no. Oh god. Yikes, I'm sorry. Have you ever thought of doing something different? Oh my god. Bad first impression! With the wifey, bad first impression. She's gonna be like, oh, she hates farming. I don't want to marry her. Oh no. Awkward interactions aside today, I hit floor 45 of the mines and finished a quest for Evelyn, getting our second prize ticket and an orange sapling tree. Meanwhile, overnight, got the key loot box cutscene, which seems pretty early into the year to get this, but hey, I won't complain. I won't complain at all. Meanwhile, a new Monday meant new weekly tasks, and this time I rolled a 10, 11, and 12. So this week, I have to fill my pet's water bowl every single day, give 3 love gifts to villagers, and catch 10 different fish. So to kick off our Monday, I did some fishing today. I also had 1 skill check for treasure, but rolled a critical failure 1, which kind of sucked. But on the more positive side, caught 8 different fish today. The following day, I caught our last 2 unique fish, the ghost fish and stonefish. And afterward, brought artifacts to the museum and opened geodes with Clint. Day 17, meanwhile, was super unique because today we had a sort of different event that we needed to roll for. For those unaware, there's a mysterious pot of gold at the end of this rainbow with some cool rewards to collect. With our D20, anything 8 or higher is considered a success, and I managed to roll a 9, so just barely succeeding. Farmer Sapphire slowly approached the pot of gold, where an angry Junimo popped out and demanded to know what she was doing here. Farmer Sapphire explained she had no ill will toward the Junimo, and after seeing her all-green outfit, the Junimo became friendly, sharing the pot of gold with her. And truly, this leprechaun hat made the entire outfit just pop. It was perfect for today. Anyways, besides that today, I gave my 3 love gifts today. A leek for George, a topaz for Emily, and a pink cake to Haley, which I did find in the trash, so hopefully she won't notice or mind. Meanwhile, on day 18, I brought in like a million fish to bundles, finished the crab pot bundle, and revealed our next room, the bulletin board, which had the following bundles: the foragers bundle, the children's bundle, the home cooks bundle, the dye bundle, and the helpers bundle. The following day after that, I chopped wood for our sticky bundle, did a quest for Pierre, and hit level 4 foraging. I then bought a barn from Robin, did some mining, hit floor 55, and got more copper ore for tool upgrades. We then had our first big strawberry harvest today, where I gave Maru one. I also finished our weekly quest for filling our pet's water bowl, which yes, I have been doing all week, found this rusty cog artifact, and did more fishing. After earning the Greenhorn achievement, I again rolled for our weekly tasks: a 9, a 1, and an 11 to obtain a hat, fish up 20 pieces of trash, and again, give 3 love gifts to villagers. So this should be a fun week, but for obtaining a hat specifically, I want to try getting a brand new achievement for this, so we'll have to see. Anyways, first up, giving a strawberry to Maru and rolling a d6 for a tool upgrade. I rolled a 1, which is for a trash can, which is not my first choice, but sure, why not? Anyways, for the rest of the day today, I chopped more wood again to get sap for a sticky bundle. But while chopping trees, I got a bait and bobber book. Ooh, I have been waiting for this. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. It's a skill book, so I have to roll a skill check. So yeah, for any skill books I obtain, I must roll to actually read it. And so using my d20, anything a 10 or higher I can read, but anything lower, I must throw the book away. For our roll today, I rolled a 13 to obtain some in-game fishing points. But as a little added bonus, I decided since I am doing a D&D inspired playthrough, I would permanently add a +1 to any fishing checks as a proficiency bonus. So for example, for any of our treasure checks, I can now add a +1 proficiency to that roll. I will only be adding proficiency bonuses to any books that I find or buy from the bookseller, so this includes the Combat Quarterly, Mining Monthly, and so on and so forth. And like how the Stardew skill books work, this only applies once. So even if I find the same book again, I can't increase my proficiency score. I decided to do this just to be fair to my rolling and not get too overpowered. Anyways, for now, I'm gonna add a +1 fishing on screen as a visual reminder. Meanwhile, on day 23, I finished the sticky bundle and brought in a sunfish, a shad, sardine, white algae, and amethyst to other bundles. On day 24, I did skip the flower dance to instead do some more mining, found a diamond, and hit level 60 of the mines. But the following day, things got so exciting because I bought 2 cows today, but again, would need a d10 to roll for their names. For my first roll, I did manage to get a 10, so I chose the name Waffle for our first cow. My second cow wasn't so lucky. I rolled a 5 and randomized the name Lanny. I guess it could be worse, right? But besides getting our cows, I did some mining today, where I found a special slime, rolled a 14, and as a reward got a large magnet ring. So super cool and very helpful. On day 26, I did a quest for Maru, getting a prize ticket for our helpers bundle. But besides that, I gave 2 more love gifts today, an amethyst to Abigail and an aquamarine to Clint. The following day, meanwhile, I did a quest for Emily, officially earning me the Gopher achievement. But this was extra exciting because this meant I could purchase a brand new hat, the polka bow, which also crossed off our next weekly quest. But here we are, the last day of spring, day 28, and to kick things off, I finished our last weekly quest, fishing up 20 pieces of trash. Besides that though, I caught a wood skip, which I did not know you could catch on the forest farm, but the more you know. And to finish off spring, bought the rare seed from Traveling Cart Lady. With that, we are off to summer now, but before doing anything else, as usual, I rolled for my weekly tasks, this time getting an 11, a 10, and a 5. Meaning this week I'll have to give 3 love gifts to villagers, fill my pet's water bowl, and bring 10 new things to the museum. After that was all done though, I prepped the field for summer. And please don't roast me for my sprinkler layout. Look, I'm trying, you guys. I am trying here. I really am. But anyway, I planted an array of crops including tomatoes, hot peppers, blueberries, melon, hops, and sunflowers. The following day, I finished the summer foraging bundle, brought 3 gems to the treasure bundle, and bought 2 ice cream cones, 1 for a bundle and 1 for Demetrius. I also gave a strawberry to Maru and pancakes to Jody, courtesy of Gus's rotating stock. On day 31, I brought a topaz, an amethyst, an earth crystal, a frozen tear, and quartz to Gunther, and then opened more geodes to bring in 5 more things, finishing off our second weekly quest. In the afternoon, meanwhile, I caught a puffer fish and did a fishing check today, rolling a high 14 to get some rubies. And this, my friends, was super lucky because with these rubies, I finished the entire treasure bundle. With all of the fishing we did the previous day, overnight I hit level 5 fishing, which also meant a new dice roll. For this, I'll need the D8, and rolling a 1 through 4 means picking the left option, and a 5 through 8 is picking the right option. But I rolled a 6, which means picking the crab pot profession, and that honestly kind of sucked. I really did not want this one, but the dice have spoken. On day 32, I found some mystery boxes today to finish the entire helpers bundle, but besides that, gave Maru a strawberry, prompting some new dialogue with her. So again, I grabbed my D4. Rolling a 4, I could choose any option that I wanted, but a 1 through 3, I have to pick the corresponding option. Okay, I am a little scared for this because I don't want to offend Maru, and I'm gonna definitely get the wrong one. Oh no, a 2? She's gonna be so mad at this. I'm gonna lose friendship points with her. No. Oh my god, I'm sorry. D&D dice, why? That was so mean. Oh my god, I'm gonna be a horrible girlfriend in like 2 weeks. So yeah, of course the dice gave me the literal worst option of all time. I honestly felt so bad picking this option. So trying to forget my sins making Maru sad, I did more fishing. And it was here rolled a nat 20 for a treasure check, caught a sturgeon, and finished the lake fishing bundle. On day 33, however, the tough dice rolls continued because Demetrius visited, and I'd have to roll to choose bats or mushrooms. And for this roll, we'll need the d6. Any even number is fruit bats, and any odd number is mushrooms. Can I please get an even number? I need even. I need bats so badly. Oh, no. No, I hate the mushrooms. Oh my god, I'm so bad. I didn't want to do the frickin' mushrooms. Crap. I'm so screwed now. I'm so screwed. For the bundles, the Artisan bundle, oh man, I gotta go buy some frickin' trees now. Yeah, so not what I wanted. Like, at all. First, the crab pot profession. Next, offending Maru. And now, mushrooms? Oh, and now a lightning bolt struck one of my crops? What did I do to deserve any of this? On a more positive note, however, I did more fishing today, finishing up the ocean bundle. So that was good at least. That was a positive for us today. The following day, meanwhile, I made some tappers, finished a quest for Robin, and for the rest of the day gathered iron ore to smelt. But meanwhile, overnight hit level 5 mining, which again meant rolling for our profession. And I again rolled a 5, which meant picking geologist, which wasn't a horrible option, but was not my first choice either. After filling Muller's bowl for the final time though, I headed to Robin's to build a coop. I also bought goat cheese from Traveling Cart Lady, and for the very first time, visited the Mushroom Cave. And to my actual surprise, the cave had a dehydrator inside, which if you didn't know is a new Artisan machine in 1.6 Stardew Valley. So this was actually kind of a nice surprise to get, because the fruit cave does not give you any kind of machines, so +1 to the mushrooms. I didn't know your game. The following day, I again rolled for our weekly tasks, rolling a 7, a 3, and a 12 to forage 20 items, progress 10 floors in the mines, and catch 10 different fish. Besides that, today, I rolled a 19 for a treasure check, did a quest for Clint, and redeemed some flower seeds. And by the end of our Monday, I foraged 4 items and caught 6 different fish, including the red mullet I gave to Clint, so some good progress there. Oh my... Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Dino time, USA, baby. That's right. Okay, anyway, today I did some more fishing, caught 4 more unique fish to finish up that quest, and then foraged for more items for our other quest. In the afternoon, meanwhile, I found cookies in Evelyn's trash can for our children's bundle and did a quest for George. Day 38, meanwhile, was a busy one. We had a lot to do today. But first things first, today is Maru's birthday, so I gave her a piping hot cup of Star Drop tea, also earning the new friend achievement. Up next was buying 2 chickens from Marnie, and of course rolling a d10 to choose their names. For our first chicken, I rolled a 4 to get the name Boma, and for our next chicken, rolled a 5 to get the name Fretters. Some very good names indeed. Our dice rolling was not done for the day, however, because the next day was the luau, so I of course had to roll to decide what kind of item would go into the soup. I'll need a d6 for this roll, with a 1 being the absolute worst response, and a 6 being the best response. But based on my dice rolling this season so far, I rolled a 1. So tomorrow on the menu would be some poison for the governor. I cannot wait. And so the following day was the luau, of course, and regretfully, the day I'd become a villain in Pelican Town. Yay, I can't wait for the entire town to hate me. All of this effort to romance Maru, down the drain. Just don't forget, guys, I didn't do this, the dice did it. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no, I feel so bad. Well, anyways, besides that absolute disaster of a festival, overnight I hit level 5 foraging, rolled a 1, and chose the left option. On day 40, meanwhile, we had a massive crop harvest before getting a miracle from Traveling Cart Lady. Yes! Oh my god. Let's freaking go! Oh my god, red cabbage! And it wasn't even guaranteed! I'm so happy! But besides being blessed by the red cabbage, I foraged our 4 final items to finish our weekly quest, progressed 5 more floors in the mines, hit level 5 farming, and rolled a 6 to pick our right option, which was what I wanted for the Artisan path. With a big melon harvest the following day, meanwhile, I finally finished off the summer crops bundle. But besides that, I bought a backpack upgrade and again did some more mining. On day 42 though, we had the spooky green rain, and I would have to roll to either skip the day or play. That's right, the stakes are high, cause I honestly would really hate to miss an entire day of gameplay. But again, it's in the D20's hands. Anything higher than a 10, I will play, but anything lower than a 9, and I must sleep overnight immediately. And well, I rolled a 5. As a new resident to the valley, this green rain was quite scary to Farmer Sapphire. In fact, I felt quite sick actually, due to my nerves, so I tucked in early and spent the entire day in bed. But it seemed the green rain lasted only that day, because on day 43, I woke up to bright sunshine and a big crop harvest waiting for us. But again, with a new Monday meant rolling for our weekly tasks, and this time rolled a 4, a 5, and an 8 to finish 3 help wanted quests, bring 10 items to the museum, and give 3 light gifts to villagers. But after that, I brought in items to the community center, including a wood skip, milk, goat cheese, an orange, hops, red cabbage, blueberry, and a sunflower. With some good luck today though, I again headed mining and by chance found a monster compendium book. And luckily, with our D20, I rolled a 12, so I was able to read the book successfully. And with this new power learned, I added a +1 for any monster-related checks, including checks for special slimes or infested floors, so I was very happy to have this. And speak of the devil, we literally have a special slime. This is like such fun timing. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's get the dice out again. And despite having that +1 proficiency bonus, I still rolled a super low 5, so I could not kill it. But on a more positive note, I hit level 80 of the mines. On day 44, I finished the entire boiler room, which was super exciting. But besides that, worked on more tasks today, including giving light gifts to Alex, Shane, and Penny, tomatoes from my garden. I hope they like them. I also finished a quest for Pierre and again did mining, where unfortunately, tragically, I had my first death of the playthrough. The following day, meanwhile, I opened some geodes, found some new minerals, brought 6 things to the museum, and in the afternoon, ordered a fish pond from Robin. I then did a quest for Clint, got a new prize ticket, and exchanged that for mystery boxes. This summer was truly our busy era. The following day, I got some honey, made cheese presses, added fish to our pond, and did some mining, where I found another special slime! Okay, it's redemption time. It's redemption time! Alright, let's roll the dice. Okay, a 9 or higher. Dude, and the +1 monster makes it a 9. I can kill this thing. Let's freaking go! Yes! Just barely. Let's hope I don't die though.
12 seconds later.
Oh my god, no! Please! No, not again. No, not again, no! Please. Spare me. Oh! Ah! Ah! Okay, you know what? I've learned my lesson. I'll bring food next time. Okay, fine. I'll bring food next time. Jeez. With good luck on day 48, I swore revenge against the mines. They would not get the best of me this time. That's right, these slimes will rue the day they crossed me.
I told you I'd get revenge. Let the rueing begin. Feel the rue.
So I hit level 90 and dove deeper and deeper into the mines until another infested floor. This was it, the moment of truth. Could I roll high enough to vanquish my enemies? But in the end, I rolled a 4 and I was forced to leave. And for me, this was my final straw. These slimes think they're special, huh? Well, they'd see. They'd all see. So I kicked off day 49 bright and early with some red slime slaying, also finishing our bulletin board quest. See? I told you they'd rue. Unfortunately, I still need to finish a third help wanted quest, but nothing was posted today, so I decided to return Robin's lost axe and call that complete for us. In terms of our other task, our museum donations, I only had 2 new things to bring in, a jade and an aquamarine. So I did something I'm not quite proud of, but I chair skipped into the quarry to get a ruby. But still, that's only 3 things, and the Mystic Node did not give me a prizzy. So it is with great sadness, my loyal subscribers, that our dinosaur egg has been sacrificed to the museum for a greater cause for our challenge. Look, I'm not happy about it, but I finished our weekly goals, so just please keep me in your thoughts during this very difficult time. Thank you. But here we are at day 50, the halfway point for our year in Stardew Valley. And a new Monday meant new weekly tasks and hopefully no museum donations this time. It was here that I rolled a 12, a 4, and a 7 to catch 10 different fish, finish 3 help wanted quests, and forage 20 items. Okay, manageable. This shouldn't be too bad, hopefully. Anyway, to kick off our Monday, I then bought 100 wheat flour to finish our home cooks bundle, and leaving just a small dent in our wallet, but it was necessary. After that, I did some fishing, finished a quest for Mayor Lewis, and caught 10 different fish. The following day, I again did more mining, this time hitting floor 100. But besides finding our star drop today, I found a new book, the Woodcutter's Weekly Book. I ended up rolling a super high 17 to be able to read this book today. And since this book grants foraging experience, I gave myself a +1 in foraging and translated this to reading future books. It isn't obviously the most direct use of the foraging skill, but I thought it kind of made sense since you can't get books from chopping trees. So from now on, for any future books that I might want to read, I'll add a +1 to that roll. The following day, I did a quest for Jody, got a prize ticket, and a star drop tea. And on day 53, did foraging the entire day to finish up that quest. With good luck on day 54, however, I did more mining, this time hitting the very bottom and obtaining the skeleton key. But besides that, I hit level 5 combat, rolled an 8, and chose the scout profession. But after a big blueberry harvest, I bought 3 vault room bundles and again did more mining. But here we are, day 56, the final day of summer. But very annoyingly, there was no help wanted quest posted today, so I again did an alternative quest, delivering a hot pepper to George for his knee therapy. After that, I again did more mining, caught 2 bream for my fish pond, and attended the Moonlight Jelly Festival. With that, we are off to fall now, but before doing anything else, of course, rolling for our weekly tasks, and this time rolling a 6, a 3, and a 2, requiring me to upgrade a tool, progress 10 floors in the mines, and give 3 hated gifts to villagers this week. With that all set, I began buying my fall seeds, including a medley of eggplant, pumpkin, yams, and amaranth. I also started foraging for blackberries and wild plums for our foragers bundle. The following day was rainy, perfect for fishing today, so I caught a tiger trout and a walleye to finish both the river fish and night fishing bundles. Meanwhile, on day 59, I did mining. No, that's it. The notes just say mining. Okay, on to day 60 now, and with the money earned from mining, I bought the final vault bundle to unlock the bus, of course. And with the best possible luck, I headed to Calico Desert and Skull Cavern for the very first time, also where I'll try to progress those 10 floors for my quest. And with luck on my side and one single pothole, I surpassed 10 floors very easily. But while down here mining, I got a rabbit's foot, a bolt of cloth, and then a second rabbit's foot. Okay, we're almost making a full rabbit here. So using up all my luck for the day, I headed out and with the sandfish that I caught earlier, finished the fish tank room. I still had to upgrade a tool for our final weekly quest, so I again brought out our D6 to see how I'd suffer this time. But I actually got quite lucky. 4. Wait, I think that's good. Pickaxe! Yes! Pickaxe upgrade, let's go! Yes! So after dropping off my pickaxe to Clint, I spent the day foraging for blackberries and wild plums. Besides that though, I also finished the wild medicine bundle, so that was very exciting. On day 63, I woke up to a letter from Mr. Key with 10,000 gold just for me, I did not mean to rhyme there, for reaching floor 25 of Skull Cavern. Thank you, my good sir. So, with the extra funds, I upgraded the coop. But besides that today, finished 2 more bundles, the Artisan and Fall Forage bundles. Day 64 marked a brand new Monday, so today I rolled for our weekly tasks once again, rolling a 1, a 4, and a 5. Fishing up 20 pieces of trash, finishing 3 help wanted quests, and again, bringing in 10 items to the museum. Alright, this week should be interesting. Anyway, let's get started with the week where I harvested amaranth for a bundle, picked up my pickaxe, and began harvesting blackberries for the start of blackberry season. Besides that, I also returned Linus's lost basket, slayed 4 red slimes for a bulletin board quest, and also found this red button vest in the process. Again, not trying to rhyme. In my quest to marry Maru this year, I gave her a gold bar today. But besides that, fished up 2 fish for our fish pond, because apparently our fish here require fish to eat. I honestly didn't know this was a thing. Apparently fish eat other fish. I guess that makes sense, but that's also kind of, you know what? Moving on. With our bigger coop now built, I headed to Marnie's to buy 2 ducks, and again, used the D10 to roll their names. Oh, I got a 10! Oh, I can pick the name! Okay. What's the best name for a duck? Cool. Daffy. Daffy Duck. Is that stupid? Okay, let's think of a cute name. Okay, I googled duck names. Cookie, Marigold, Sparkles, Walnut, Peanut, Bubbles. Oh, Jelly Bean's cute. I'm gonna go with Jelly Bean. Oh, cute! Oh, little Jelly Bean. And our second ducky. Oh, no way. Back-to-back 10s? You're kidding me! Oh, Jelly Bean and Sprinkles. That's crazy. Back-to-back 10s? Oh, today is a lucky day. Today's gonna be so good, you guys. I already feel it. And I was right. Today ended up being an amazing day. I first gave a gift to Maru to reach 8 hearts with her, and then headed to Skull Cavern. And after eating a lucky lunch, I hope to have a great run today. Until I set foot inside. Oh, you have actually got to be kidding me! Oh! The first floor? Okay, let's roll. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Okay, I was about to be so upset. I was like, you're actually choking me. The first floor. It's okay. It's okay, guys. Nothing can stop me. We're gonna have an amazing day in Skull Cavern. Yes, the dice gods answered my pleas, allowing me safe passage deeper into the caverns today, and all was going well. Until it happened again. Oh no! Again? Okay. Whatever. Let's roll again. Okay, we continue. You infested floor. After that, we had smooth sailing in Skull Cavern, getting a ton of orange gems along the way, and absolutely no more infested floors. Is what I would say if I was lying to you. Wait, this counts as an infested floor too! Oh my goodness! This is so cursed! Okay. Surely I can hit a high roll all 3 times. Okay, well, and goodbye. Despite our triple infested floor fiasco the previous day, I actually got a lot of loot from Skull Cavern. And especially things to donate, including an emerald, a diamond, and prehistoric bones. And after opening more Omni Geodes, I finished up our museum donation quest. But besides that, today, I finished a quest for Jody and bought a bouquet to give to Maru. But to actually romance her, I will have to do a charisma check first. And anything lower than a 5, I cannot romance Maru today. But luckily, I rolled an 8 and popped the question. The following day, I brought in both the amaranth and red mushroom for our dye bundle, and on day 69, did a quest for Demetrius. But while heading over to their house, I got a new cutscene with Maru. Oh, yes, cutscene, let's go! I'm so excited. I have not seen like any of the Maru cutscenes. Sapphire, hi, come in. I've been working on a new project. Something big. Just put your hand there. And now I'm gonna flip this switch. Oh my god! Oh my god, she killed me! Here, let me apply this burn cream. I did not know this is what happens in this cutscene. Oh my god. Ah, she healed me. I'm so sorry. Uh-oh. Alright, we're gonna have to roll for a response here. Alright, I'll just do a D4. 1 through 2, I'll pick this answer. 3 through 4, I'll pick this answer. I hope it's 1 through 2, though. I am so unlucky with these rolls. I don't want to make her upset. No, I didn't want to pick that one. I'm so sorry. No! No, I ruined the moment. Oh, god damn it. I really just know how to mess things up, don't I? Maru, I'm sorry. No, Maru, no, I'm sorry. I didn't want to make you upset. Oh. Yeah, I really can't win with these dice rolls, can I? On the bright side, we had a big pumpkin harvest today, so with that, I finished the fall crops bundle. But besides that, I gave Maru a gold bar as an apology for being an ass yesterday, and fished up 20 pieces of trash to finish our last quest of the week. But while foraging in the evening, I triggered yet another cutscene, and one I was so scared to get. Oh boy. It's the Linus cutscene. I can't wait to piss Linus off now. Oh no. Yo, George is kind of serving Old Man Bickle from Scooby-Doo. Darn bushes yelling at me again. Please let me roll a 2. Please let me roll a 2. No! Oh my god. Oh my god. Linus, I'm so sorry. I am pissing off everybody in the valley. Oh my god, Linus, I'm so sorry. Linus, I'm so sorry. Well, after that disastrous end to my week, I again rolled for my weekly tasks, rolling a 12, a 7, and a 3 to catch 10 different fish, again forage 20 more items, and progress 10 floors in the mines. But besides some foraging today, I took a personal trip to the desert to get Linus a coconut as an apology for being an asshole. Again. to somebody else because I just apparently cannot roll the right answers. Day 72, meanwhile, marked the Stardew Valley Fair, and if I'm being honest, I honestly forgot this was even happening. But it's all okay. Let me first explain to you how this D8 roll is going to work exactly. The number you roll determines how many different categories you're allowed to have in your Grange box display. And for those who don't know, the Stardew Valley Fair allows you to have 8 different categories of items in your Grange box display. Animal products, artisan goods, cooking, fish, foraging, fruits, minerals, and vegetables. So as an example, let's say I roll a 4. I can then choose 4 of these 8 categories in my display. Oh, but if I could only be so lucky. A 1? Oh no. A 1? Oh, okay. Okay. I'll just fucking fill it with fruit, I guess, or something. Oh no. So really getting into that forager's mindset for this season, I filled my Grange box display with wild plums and a single blackberry in the middle for my all fruit themed display. And yeah, as expected, I got 4th place. With rain on the horizon, I knew I'd have to propose to Maru very soon here. And yes, I know we just started dating, don't worry about it. Luckily, I've been saving up 1 Star Drop tea for this exact occasion, which launched us to 10 hearts. But besides that, today I caught 10 unique fish to finish up that quest. With rain the following day, however, I headed straight to the beach today to buy my mermaid's pendant. When I made a startling discovery. Wait, what? Oh my god, my house! Oh my god, I forgot. Yeah, okay, so a minor oopsie. But from here, things just got more chaotic, because on the way to Robin's to upgrade my house, I then got another Maru cutscene. Hey, I was hoping you'd come by. Yeah, me too, with the mermaid's pendant. Oh my god, it's a little robot. And here it is, Maru's Interactive Laboratory Device Alpha, or Marilda. Aww. I've been working on her for months. Oh, I was waiting for you to be here when I activate her. Well, here goes nothing. Oh my god, that's so fun. Oh my goodness. Oh, she's so cute. Greetings, Maru. Aww. Uh-oh. Aha, I knew it. Demetrius, why do you have to ruin this? Dad, calm down. This is Marilda. Sweet Yoba, aren't you a scientist? Why are you acting so shocked? And I thought you were down here fooling around with Sapphire. Oh my god! No, Maru's actually like a good daughter, Demetrius. That's crazy. I'm sorry, Maru, but I do not want to be your servant. In the time since you activated me, I have been pondering the nature of my existence with the self-awareness module. Oh my god. I am sorry to disappoint you all, but I must ask for my freedom. Wait, this is a crazy cutscene. Oh my god. This is insane. Okay, Marilda, let's get you out of this stuffy hole. Whoa, this is so crazy. Thank you for creating me, Maru. I won't forget you. Oh, there she goes. Goodbye. Goodbye, Marilda. I love you. Oh, whoa, this is so crazy, you guys. Oh my god. I've never seen this cutscene before. This is crazy. Wow. Godspeed, Marilda. We will never forget you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No. 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 Guys, I can't go through this again. Guys, I can't go through this again. I can't. Okay, either a 1 or a 3. Please. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm actually a horrible person. You must have a good reason for saying that. Oh, please, please. Okay, I was just kidding. I was just kidding. I was just kidding. Oh my god, she's... Okay, I'm sorry. So no kiss?
So no head?
Yeah, overall, this was kind of a rocky start to the day, and the day literally just started. But in more positive news, I did find our remaining 8 forageables to finish up that quest, and caught some ghost fish for our fish pond. Meanwhile, despite the horrible luck on day 75, I tried Skull Cavern today. But on our way to the desert, I then found the Jack Be Nimble, Jack Be Thick book, rolled a 16 and read that to gain some defense. With horrible luck, the trip itself was overall pretty bad, but I at least made it down 10 floors for our quest. Then on days 76 and 77, I did Omni-Geode hunting. I do still need 1 ancient doll for the children's bundle, and because this is kind of a hard artifact to get from just artifact spots, my plan is to trade Omni-Geodes for artifact troves instead. The following day, I again rolled for my weekly tasks, a 5, a 2, and an 8, to bring in 10 items to the museum, give 3 hated gifts to villagers, and give 3 light gifts to villagers. So to kick off our Monday, I did some artifact hunting and foraging. Found this super cool tortilla shirt in the wild, so okay, pretty cool. But then opened artifact troves and geodes, and honestly did not get much, including not just 1, but 2 treasure appraisal books, which I did roll for, and I did forget to show the dice rolls here, but I rolled a 6 for my first and a 10 for my second, so just pretend here. Anyways, to finish off our day, I again did more Skull Cavern today, and had a very solid day today. Meanwhile, on day 79, I finally found all of my wild plums, which meant I could finally finish the Forager's bundle, so hooray! I then opened up artifact troves for anything new. Didn't get the ancient doll unfortunately, but did bring in 3 new things. I then spent the rest of the day tilling soil in the mines to try to find any new artifacts, but again, didn't find a single thing. But day 80 was a joyous day because rain was on the horizon, which meant marriage could be possible. But with some extra luck today, I headed to Skull Cavern once again for some more fun. It was here that I found a prizzy, but then got an infested floor. So I of course rolled to proceed, rolled a 16, and continued on. Until I found a second infested floor, and this time rolled a nat 20, which should have made me impervious to passing out, but this is still Stardew Valley after all. The good news though is we finally have rain, which means I can officially buy the mermaid's pendant. But like with dating Maru, to marry Maru, I would have to roll for a charisma check. And, well... Not the nat 20 to a nat 1 critical failure. Oh my god, that's embarrassing for me. Dang! So with our critical failure 1, I tucked the mermaid's pendant into my pocket for safekeeping for now. In better news though, our sweet gemberry was ready today, so I harvested that to fully finish the rare crops bundle. But on top of that, I finished the fish farmer's bundle too, to fully finish the entire pantry room. To finish off my day, I opened more artifact troves and geodes. Again, didn't get the ancient doll, but did bring in 3 new things. On day 82, meanwhile, I again rolled to marry Maru. But, well... That's crazy! Is Yoba trying to tell me something? Like, am I not supposed to marry Maru in this playthrough? What the heck? So in keeping with the negative vibes today, I gave out sap to Marnie, Jazz, and Mayor Lewis to cross off our first weekly goal. But besides that, in the evening, got a new cutscene with Maru. Yes, I've been waiting for this one. I love this cutscene. Sapphire, I'm surprised to see you here so late. The night sky looks amazing right now. Come over here, I want to show you something. Here, take a peek. This is actually one of the coolest cutscenes in the game, I feel like. Oh no. Please, please let me pick Okay, please, let the dice gods finally give me a nice response to Maru's question. I'm begging you. Okay, just like before, 1 through 2, I'll pick this answer. 3 through 4, I'll pick this answer. Please. 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 Yes! Finally! I see a beautiful planet, Maru. By the time any of these stars are visited, you and I will be... Oh, okay, well that's kind of depressing. I don't know if I wanted to... Dang, Maru, okay. Ooh. I think, don't we actually, like, see the planet? I think. This is so pretty, you guys. Oh. Oh my god. Is that the Saturn burger?
What's this motherfucking thing? The Saturn burger?
What a beautiful night. Maru showed me something new. After my stargazing date with Maru, it seemed the dice gods, Yoba, whoever, was finally satisfied, because today I rolled an 11 and popped the big question. On Spirit's Eve, no less. And after that, I was feeling just so happy and cheerful, I gave pumpkins to Maru's family, also crossing off goal number 2. But then it was time for the Spirit's Eve festival with its own dice roll. Similar to the egg hunt, I'd roll a d20 for this festival, with a 5 through 19 being able to claim the maze prize, but a 1 through 4 being a failure. But luckily, I rolled a 6 here, and although this maze was definitely tough, I mean, there were certain parts where I thought I was never gonna figure it out. Eventually, I got through the maze and claimed my golden pumpkin prize. But by our last day of fall, I still had to bring in 1 artifact to the museum, so I went to the mines to till some more soil. And this is where I stayed for basically the entire day, until I finally got lucky and found a new artifact. And thank goodness for that, because if I didn't find that dwarf scroll, yeah, that was plan B. But with that, we are off to winter now, and even though we're in a new season, our Monday always starts the same, rolling for our weekly tasks, this time rolling a 7, a 6, and a 3 to forge 20 items, upgrade a tool, and progress 10 floors in the mines. And since I still had to finish our winter foraging bundle, I spent the entire day doing just that, finding forage. But at the end of my foraging expedition, I found 13 pieces of forage, but more importantly, finished the entire crafts room. On day 86, I awoke to my wedding with Maru, and what a beautiful way to start the entire season off. But then it was time to get back to work. All that stood in the way of me and community center completion was a single duck feather and an ancient doll. But first things first, rolling for a tool upgrade. And I ended up getting supremely lucky rolling a 5, which is what I needed to roll to upgrade my axe today. But after that, doing some more skull cavern mining yet again, and while mining today, got a dinosaur egg, a prismatic, and just narrowly avoided my own demise. Meanwhile, overnight I hit level 10 mining, and again I have to roll to pick my path. I rolled a 2 here for the left option, which is excavator, which for once is actually what I wanted to get, so I was very happy about this. And with more luck, I again headed to Skull Cavern, and the excavator perk was actually so helpful. I got tons of Omni Geodes today. On floor 34, meanwhile, I found a treasure room, and decided from here on out to require a dice roll to open any and all chests. I thought this would make sense to require a skill check here because, you know, you never know if you actually are gonna open the chest or not. Maybe like ghosts will pop out, who knows? I also decided to give myself a +1 treasure check as a little bit of a bonus for reading that appraisal book a few weeks ago. Anyway, all this to say, I'll need a d20, and anything 8 or higher, I can collect the loot. And today, I exactly rolled an 8 to get a red cowboy hat. The following day, I again opened artifact troves, but again, no ancient doll. So I then headed back for some more Skull Cavern fun, where I got a double prizzy and 37 more Omni Geodes. I began day 89 by finding our remaining forage to finish that weekly task up. It was also here I got absolutely baited by the wrong ancient doll that I found in town. That's the wrong doll! This is the wrong doll! Rude! Oh my god. But it ended up being okay because this happened. Yes! So with Ancient Doll finally acquired, I then finished up the children's bundle, which meant I just needed to find one single duck feather now. I then chopped stumps today and the next day after that, and then rolled for our weekly tasks of 5, a 12, and an 8 to again donate 10 more museum items, catch 10 different fish, and give 3 light gifts to villagers. So this week should be interesting. But first things first, the main event today, the Winter Ice Festival, where I'd again have to roll to see if I'd win the fishing contest or not today. And like our previous festivals, rolling a 5 through 19 means I'll play, but rolling 1 through a 4 is a failure. Oh no! No way! Oh, my first failure, no! Alright, the in-universe lore for this is that these 3 started at their own fishing ponds, but I didn't start at my own fishing pond, so I'm trying to figure out which one am I supposed to go to in the first place? Like Mayor Lewis, you didn't assign me a fish pond. I don't know where I'm supposed to be fishing. Anyway, I guess we'll try to go fishing. Oh, I went a little too far. A little too far. Okay. We got the rod in the water and we're gonna get a first hit. But this fishy is just a little too tough for me. I guess I haven't fished in a while and I kind of forgot, you know, my fishing skills apparently. Can you like talk to them while they're fishing? No, you can't. How about them? No, you can't talk to anybody. Can you buy stuff from Traveling Cart Lady? You can't buy stuff and the time still ticks down. That's so funny. I'll buy a rare krill, why not? And then I'm thinking maybe an icy banner could be pretty. Cranberry stuffing sounds pretty yummy. And we'll buy normal stuffing. Why not? We'll just buy all of it from Traveling Cart Lady. Thank you very much. Well, pour one out for me. My very first loss of our year in Stardew Valley. Now for the winner of this year's competition. It's Willie with 5 big fresh fish. Good job, Willie. I don't know, I think he deserves it, honestly. The following day, though, I did do some fishing today, where I caught all 10 different fish. But besides that, rolled a nat 20 today to get some bait. While I was free from the Ancient Doll curse now, our weekly task demanded I return to Skull Cavern, so I set off once again today. But of course, it is my luck that I get a floor 1 infestation. But luckily, I rolled a 17 to keep on going. And in more lucky news, I got a lucky ring off a serpent. Until then, a second infested floor. And truly, luck must have been on my side. I rolled a nat 20 here. And things were going great. Until a third infested floor? Oh my goodness. Can I get lucky for a third? I cannot. Okay. That's okay. Despite not getting a duck feather today, I opened all of my Omni Geodes and artifact troves to bring in all 10 things to the museum today. Including the Prizzy Rizzy, but you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? The following day, meanwhile, I obtained the rusty key from Gunther, but besides that, Squidfest was today. So I, of course, went, got all of my squiddies, and received my rewards, including a brand new book, but unfortunately, I rolled way too low, so I just tossed it in the garbage instead. We again had Squidfest Day 2 on a very snowy Saturday, where I again got all of my squids and my rewards. But meanwhile, on day 98, our new baby lizard hatched, which meant bringing out the D10 to roll for his name. And I ended up rolling a 9 here to get the name Shaco, which is definitely a name. And while I was happy to add a dinosaur baby to our farm animals, unfortunately again, we had no duck feathers today. Besides that today, while trying to give gifts to villagers, I got just a tad distracted. Wait, this timing is actually perfect. Train! Oh my god, this is so exciting! Train! Oh my god. Who am I? Give me stuff. Give me stuff. Oh, it's a passenger car. Oh, stuff, stuff, stuff. Yes, 1 single copper ore, perfect. Wait, I saw boots. I saw something over there. Boots? What is that? Leprechaun shoes? Wait, that is actually so sick. Oh my god. So yeah, that was honestly super fun. But besides that, today I gave 3 light gifts. An egg to Alex, a crocus to Linus, and an egg to Pierre, also buying a backpack upgrade. But a new Monday of course meant new tasks to roll. A 5, a 4, and an 8 to bring in yet another 10 museum items, finish 3 help wanted quests, and again give 3 light gifts to villagers. So oh boy, this week should be fun. So with some good luck, I again headed to Skull Cavern, where I soon found my first treasure room and rolled high enough to get some energy tonics. But a few floors later got a second treasure room, where I rolled a 15 to get a slime egg. But at 5 p.m., I had more important things to attend to. Mainly, the night market was in town, and I really wanted to attend today. This festival, however, did require a dice roll, and for this I'll need a d4. And based on what I roll, I must do today. But luckily today, I rolled a 2, which meant going shopping. On day 100 of Stardew Valley, I did some help wanted quests today, including catching sardine for Willy and tiger trout for Willy. So a lot of quests for Willy today, but besides that, it was time for day 2 of the night market where I rolled a 3 today, which meant doing the submarine ride, and overall, I had a really fun time. The following day though, I woke up to the best surprise. Yes! Oh my god, yes! Let's go! Oh, yes! Oh, I'm so excited! With duck feather in hand, I rushed over to the community center ASAP to deposit it for the dye bundle and fully finish off the entire building once and for all. So, with some good luck, I decided to celebrate by doing, of course, more Skull Cavern fun. I then got a treasure floor, rolled a 15, and then got this. Oh! Wow! God dang! Okay, wow. I then rolled a 17 to get an auto petter, but then unfortunately got an infested floor, and double unfortunately got a critical failure 1 and was forced to leave. Before leaving, however, I did decide to try and slay some dinos for some artifacts, where I then got some insane loot, including an ancient seed and some bones, so I can't complain, that's pretty good. Anyway, besides our big Skull Cavern adventure today, I did a quest for Harvey, giving him a jade. The following day, meanwhile, was our community center cutscene with a new dice roll. Do we blast off Morris into the atmosphere Team Rocket style, or take the pacifist route? Okay, just like our other dice rolls, 1 through 2 will be reasonable, and then 3 through 4 will be let's settle this the old-fashioned way, but unfortunately, I have to be reasonable in this playthrough, unfortunately. Ugh, boring! The boring route. Oh well. Wait, I actually have never seen this before. I've actually never seen this version of the cutscene before. I've always just kicked out Morris. George, you always used to do the crossword puzzle. Remember? The good old days. Emily, you wove that custom banner for the Stardew Valley Fair. Oh my god, lore. Willy, me? Your little crab experiment got out of hand. But Gus saved the day with the brilliant idea. A crab leg feast in the entire valley. Oh my god, this is actually a fun cutscene, actually. Oh, I kind of like this, actually. You see, everyone, our community makes Pelican Town special. When Jojo Mark came to town, we lost sight of that. But now, thanks to Sapphire, we have a second chance. Boycott Jojo Mark! Yeah! Hell yeah! Boycott time, baby! You know what? I actually really enjoy this version of the cutscene. That's actually a really great version of that cutscene, honestly. Big fan of that. Morris and his Jojo Mark cronies were never heard from again. Well, besides that very wholesome cutscene, I opened more artifact troves and geodes, bringing in 5 whole new things. Meanwhile, on day 103, with my expert preparedness, I fixed Blue's boat in its entirety, meaning it's time for Ginger Island. Alright, we've seen this a million times. We can just skip this shit. Oh, what? I can't skip it? Okay, that's fine. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. God, I wish that was me. But with Ginger Island now unlocked, it was time to go on a certified walnut finding frenzy. It's time to go on a walnut hunting frenzy. I am about to find so many golden walnuts. You guys have no idea what's even coming. You're gonna be like, shit, that's crazy. Sapphire is insane. Gamer. I'm sorry, I don't know. And with those expert walnut finding skills, I soon unlocked Island West, found even more walnuts, and in the evening unlocked the dig site. And this paid off because I found our last remaining artifact from a bone node, which was a total relief. So the following day, I brought that in to finish our weekly quest, and then gave 3 light gifts to Lewis, Evelyn, and Harvey to finish our last weekly task for the week. But here we are, day 106, and sadly, our final Monday of the entire year, which means just one more roll for our weekly tasks. But see, this is a little exciting now, because since unlocking Ginger Island, I get to now use the D20 for bonus tasks. That's right, upon unlocking Ginger Island, your tasks for the week get expanded to 20 possible options to get. So I was very excited to see what I would get, and hopefully no more museum donations. But luckily, I rolled an 18, a 17, and a good old 3 to obtain a secret item, obtain treasure from the Caldera mines, and progress 10 floors in the mines once again. So with tasks like this will be a last fun week in Stardew Valley. But to kick off today, I headed back to Ginger Island for our Caldera mines quest. We had a long day in the mines today, with a couple of near-death experiences, which I avoided. But I then found what I was looking for, treasure, and inside was a golden walnut and some cinder shards, which honestly weren't that great of treasure, but it's something at least. Oh, this is nice too. After getting a duck egg from my coop on day 107, I crafted a mail machine and popped that baby in, and after a few hours, got some duck mayonnaise, which I used to get our secret item, Pinky Lemon, one of my favorite pieces of secret furniture in the entire game. I love Pinky Lemon so much, you guys. With the year winding down though, we had one last festival to tackle, the Winter Star Festival. This year, my secret gift-giving person was Willy. But like our other festivals, the dice would decide what I would give him this year. For this roll, I'll use the D6, with a 1 being to give a hated gift, a 5 being to give a loved gift, and 6 being player's choice. But I ended up rolling a 3, which is giving a neutral gift, which honestly, I'll take it, could have been a lot worse. But apparently, for Willy, a neutral gift is a Maki roll. So today, I bought the ingredients and cooked that up. And the following day with Maki roll in hand, I gave Willy his neutral gift. But then it was time to receive mine. Alright, who is gifting me? Elliot? Tea set? Tea set. You know you want to give me the tea set so badly. You know you want to definitely give me the tea set, Elliot, right? Please. Dang it, it's never the freaking tea set. Oh my god. Okay, thank you. I'm very, very grateful, Elliot. That's very, very kind of you. Very, very generous. Very, 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 very generous. Meanwhile, on days 110 and 111, I spent the entire 2 days getting iron and coal. Why, you may ask? On our final day in Stardew Valley, we had good luck, and we only had one last thing to do. Not only progress 10 floors in the mines, I had a much more ambitious goal, but hitting floor 100. So I grabbed my bombs and some food and headed out for the run of my life. While diving today, I did do some treasure checks, and most notably rolling a nat 20 on our third check. So that was very exciting. I then literally almost died at floor 97, but by 9 p.m. finally hit floor 100. It was here I met the mysterious Mr. Key and was forced to drink the equally mysterious iridium snake milk. No dice rolls here, but hey, it boosted our health at least. With our final goal for the year accomplished, I enjoyed the rest of my night in Skull Cavern, doing one final treasure check to earn an auto grabber before warping home. With that, my friends, that is my entire year in Stardew Valley, but the D&D version. This is such a unique and fun idea, and for anybody who's trying to play Stardew Valley but has played the game before, try this version. Try using the dice and letting it control your entire playthrough. It makes it chaotic, it makes it random, and just so much fun. I again have to shout out Allie Miller for the idea. This is entirely her concept, and I'm just the person that got to play test her idea. So again, Allie, genius idea. This was just so much fun to do. With that, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I of course always want to thank my subscribers, my channel members, everyone who has supported me. I appreciate you guys so very much, and I'll see you all in the next video. For now, take care, and bye everyone.